All right, guys, this is Nerds with Swag. We got a review today for the season 2 of Mandalorian. We pretty much got the full crew here. We got Stretch Armstrong, Chogan Liu,
Yo,
Mr. Kobe, Lita Poet, and I am your Nerd OG. So, guys, what did y'all think about season 2 of Mandalorian?
hey,
Bruh.
better
Bruh.
than the first season,
Yeah,
True.
and the first season was damn good.
bruh.
Like, hey,
Most things don't get a good season 2, but Mr. John Farva, or however you say your name, good job.
Fam. This is the only show I can remember watching that as you watch and you finish it, you go, oh, there's going to be 2 spinoffs.
Yeah.
2 that we know of so far.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How many confirmed spinoffs are there just of that?
That's
Hers?
Well,
Well, hers was an
We know-
article.
yeah,
article
hers
came
was
out,
like
right?
after her episode, they put it out.
And then
Disney
post credits. Post credits.
Oh, yeah.
Post credits scene. Woo, woo, fam.
Hey, let me real quick
Damn.
while we're here real quick. Let me thank Shogun because I watched it Thursday when it or Friday morning 3 a.m. Watched it, get done. I didn't realize there was still like 10 minutes left when the first little credits popped.
Right.
So I just cut it off. Like I ended up watching Mulan. The next day, I called Shogun. He's like, "Hey, did you see the stuff about Boba Fett?" I said, "No, what you talking about?" He said, "Bro, you got to go back and watch the last like 5 minutes real quick." I'm hyped. I'm super
Fam.
hype off that.
That it caught me off guard because it wasn't just, I figured, okay, they're going to use him again because everyone's wanted the Boba Fett property everyone has before. So it's like, okay, dope. But he came through and he just took over and then sat on the throne. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I have no idea. I'm thinking he's going to become a bounty hunter again, a mercenary. No, he's like, I'm taking over.
Yeah.
And that's 5 minutes of screen time. And then that's all we got. I'm like, which is funny because that's how Luke Cage ended. That's how Luke Cage show ended, which is funny.
Because that's
Yeah, man.
the Hutt's like right hand man that like set him up. They always got into it and stuff like that. So
he marked him, the whole team. They let the slave go, as you should. And then he was like, this me now. This me now. I mean,
that whole like end scene, like him fading out, why that look like one of those 70s prompt like covers on posters with a dude sitting on the throne and the chick. I was like,
Hey, Stretch, what did I say? She got in there with the liquor, sat on the throne, and was like, I'm in this bitch.
She grabbed the drink so quick. I said, she grabbed the drink. Like, what y'all drinking?
And Boba Fett didn't even shoot. It was her. She's the shooter.
Hey, she a sniper. Look, she a sniper. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. I thought it was him.
No, I thought did he shoot the actual?
No,
Fat?
yeah. Hold on.
He shot the fat dude.
Yeah, he did shoot one shot.
Yeah, he did the finishing shot. One shot, then he pushed him out of the.
So basically, the ranks.
He shot the one. He shot the main guy. That was it.
Yeah. So they they ranked. She killed
about.
the small fries. He killed the main. It's like this is how we gonna do it. Grab the drink and we chilling. He sat down quick. I said, "Ooh, this is gonna be hard," because I don't know if there's any books about whatever they showed us. I don't know if that's in any of the lore.
No,
like
this is part of their new
That's why
ploy.
it's called the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, the book. Yeah, because there's no a lot of something that you'll see and get reference to will be in old books and comics, never got animated or filmed. This would be all new territory. So this could be just anything, and it could be amazing because it's like it's not part of the mainline Jedi Sith stuff. So it's like this could be anything.
But it's all the stuff that you wanted to see. Because honestly,
that's true.
You've seen.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. We've seen Luke as CGI Luke Skywalker, right?
Hey,
That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool.
How hard was it? Just me, or did anybody else have to stop and look at it real quick and be like,
it didn't.
Yeah,
it didn't mesh right.
Right.
I was like, "Is that Luke? Is that Luke?"
The body. What I was telling Stretch was it was the head and the body.
Mm-hmm.
The CGI,
Yeah,
whoever the actor was a little bit more bulky than Mark Hamilton was back in that day.
But the actor they got to do it kind of looks like it anyway.
Mark Hamill, back in that day.
So they could have just used that actor. I didn't like the CG.
They tried to rogue. No, they tried to rogue one the thing. They tried to do the whole rogue.
Yeah, and plus,
we're forgetting the timeline.
Yeah, that's fine. The story, everything was fine. Everything was dope. I just didn't like the CG of his face. Like the little apps on Facebook look better than that.
Nah, see, when he first came in, I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah, I
But then
like
the
what I
longer he
saw.
was on the screen,
Yeah,
the
when he
worse
was
it
talking.
was.
When he
Mhm.
They
put
should
on
have had it
his
like kind of
head,
halfway
talking, I was
covered,
like,
keep
Yeah,
the
they could
hood
have
on.
hood up.
Like,
Yeah, what you
yeah, just
saying?
keep
What
it
you
on.
saying?
Yeah.
And keep the
right.
hood
And he
on and
looked
keep
real
going.
stiff. It was like his face looked real stiff. And
Yeah.
Well, that's
It
why all
did.
the action was, hooded, and then it's like, all right, stand still. Now take the hood off.
that action scene was hard. That was more like the games of fighting and stuff like that, like Unleashed or something when he was using the
Now,
full.
he was
Yeah.
he was murking cats.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's a property that's wasted. We ain't got to do that property now, but the Unleashed games, that's a wasted property.
Now, see, that's what I was going to say. Now, about the Grey Jedis. I heard they're going to write a book about the Grey Jedis and the Star Killers.
That's what Ahsoka is trying to be. She's not claiming the Jedi anymore. So
I did not know that.
The Gray.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Star
Because
Killers.
That's why her sabers
Isn't-
look different.
Yeah.
But isn't that also why she said she couldn't take him?
Yeah, she's not a Jedi anymore. She doesn't.
It wasn't just that he was attached to him, because again, as we
He's
found
not a
out,
full
he just
Jedi.
needed permit. Well, no, he just needed. He was asking for Mando's permission at every point in time. It seems like really to go with the Jedi, but she said she couldn't take him.
But plus she wasn't really trying to do the Jedi stuff anymore. She was really because
Well, she could have took him. You remember, she said, I can train him, but it's not my training that's what he's going to need.
Right.
Because he was so imbued in the Force, she was like, I'm not of this level. This is for somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, you see that when Luke says he's got a lot of power, a lot of what's your name in him.
I did not think there was going to be. I did not think it was going to be Luke though. I was like, wait. I was like, it's Luke like that.
But it makes sense that it's Luke. That's the only person at that point.
He was picking up kids. That was
he had a Jedi school before the movies. Like he did. So like it doesn't mismatch it.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, because remember the flashbacks that we never got, because Star Wars loves these big gaps in time in between. This crazy thing happened back here. We're not going to film this. And it's like that would have been hard, actually. Him building the school would have been a hard movie to watch.
So that makes you think about like season 3. Is it just going to be him and his whole arc of trying to go back to Mandalore since he got the saber?
That's what I was going to bring up.
Yes, I would love to see that.
Now that he's got that.
But hold on. Are they going to Godfather?
I think he's done. I think the Mandalorian's done.
Nah, bro. There ain't no way they're canceling.
We got to see this Mandalore. No, we got to see them retake Mandalore. We got to see that, bro.
No, you'll see him pop up, but it'll be directed through the perception of Boba Fett and old girl. Because
I think he'll.
Now they have that relationship.
No, Boba has his own show, and he's not claiming to be a Mandalorian. It will not be through him.
Yeah, I'm just no. He's saying Mando will pop in, like he'll do a cameo. I think he will.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do.
You're saying his story is done.
Think of what Netflix did with Marvel superheroes, Luke Cage,
like
and all
those.
How they brought him in. That's what they're gonna do. This is your Jessica Jones. This is your Luke Cage. This is your. Man, do I have to say it?
Wait, Tatum, hold on. So hold on. Are you saying Mando's story is not going to be the main story of the Mandalorian?
No,
or the Mandalorian show is done.
He's going to be cameoing on their shows for a while. Then, like, I think there will be a season 3, but later down the road. I think they're going to try to time jump a little bit and age up Baby Yoda.
I would like that, but the problem is, Baby Yoda. No, but it might not be great because Baby Yoda age up. Remember, it's not like 5-10 years. They age up. It take a long time for them to age up.
But this is
because he's like 50 now. He's like 50
right
now.
He's 50 right now, about that age. Now, Yoda became a Jedi Master when he was 100.
He was up there.
So he should start rapidly growing at some point around this in between.
But I want to see the Mandalorian war. So my thing is like, I want to see them try to retake Mandalore. I want to see it.
And I think there's going to be beef. I think season 3 going to be the beef with your girl wanting the saber, but she's going to try to, she got to challenge him for it in her mind.
I think she's going to marry him. I think she's going to force him onto the
No. I just looked this up. That is actually that's a thing. Mandalorians, I didn't know this. I just found this out. Apparently their familiar structure is very strong.
Yeah.
And they have elaborate wedding structures. And usually they prefer both people be trained. And then it's like, if you have a boy, the boy trains with the dad, the girl trains with the mom. Like that might work. And Mando's not really one for love like that. So
it's not, it'll be
hold on. You can't say that, Lee.
With the Jump Trooper. I think the Jump Trooper has a love relationship with Mando, but out of necessity of political gain.
You talking about Gina Carano?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it will become a fight between her and old girl for Mando's heart. and then Mando will
Man,
ascend the
y'all
throne because
slipping.
she won't be able to fight Mando for that weapon.
Well, hold on. I don't know, Lewis. What are you about to say?
He's won
Y'all-
all of his matches. He's reclaimed the Valerian steel, or not Valerian steel.
The dark blade. Wrong.
No,
the
the
dark
spear.
saber.
You forget the staff that he took from old girl.
Yeah, but he has the
when
dark
was
saber. That gives you the power to dark saber.
No,
gives you the
I know it
authority.
gives you the power, but the only thing that can stop that is the spear that he has
No,
in his back.
it can't cut Beskar in general.
Yeah, Beskar. So he has the Beskar spear, which is like a rarity in the entire galaxy.
Yeah,
to
that's
have
what
pure
Mandalorian said.
Beskar as a weapon.
That's true. Yeah, most Beskar is just armor. I will give you that. But Lewis, what are you about to say?
Oh, I said I think y'all are tripping and slipping and forgetting about who he really actually does love, because she's still alive.
Nah, old girl on the planet that he
She's
felt like
still
home.
alive.
She's still alive, but he ain't going back there.
Oh,
That's not his
that
life.
He ain't
village.
going back there because of the whole
The
bounty.
village. I think he liked her. I think that's what I
But
said.
he got a pardon
he-
though. Your girl, when she got on as a marshal, she cleared his record. Remember when she came up, she was like, "I cleared her." You know, they did the favor after he saved that one planet and the rebels came in. They said he cleared his bounty.
Yep.
Oh, well.
But he
Yeah.
forgot about her, man. Space is crazy. He ain't going all the way back.
Space is crazy. He forgot about it.
He got a whole
He said, "I can get."
universe.
He's like, I can get all kind of different warrior booty. I ain't worried about her.
Because you would be mad as hell if he settled down with her on that little dusty ass planet,
Right.
doing day-to-day footwork.
Who's to
Not
say he's
training,
going to
not
settle on that
nothing.
planet?
I think he's going to switch. I think the whole thing is going to be him trying to figure out if he's going to switch clans or not, since he showed his face twice now.
Face, yep.
Yeah, because when they
that's
told him
true.
when they told him what they said, see, I didn't know this, that like where he's from was a offshoot of the original. See, I thought he was part of the original, and he's not. Like theirs is like a sect. It's like this is the Mandalorian like direct belief
It's called
system.
the Watchers. They're called the Watchers.
Like they came later. The girls that came from that planet, they were originally they're part of the original like Mandalorian lore. His sect is over here.
They're like he's like part of the religious sect, and
like more zealous. They're like
the
zealous.
royal day-to-day life.
Yeah, they were like zealous because that whole never remove your helmet. Like apparently that's only part of their part. Everyone else like, no, we take it off again.
You have to watch the Clone Wars show because all this is they're actually making that canon now.
See, I haven't watched the Clone Wars show. I heard it was dope though. I heard it was dope.
Bringing in Ahsoka and all that stuff like that. And the guy who directed and brought her in, he's one of the directors on the show. So everybody's working with each other.
This cool. So basically, we're gonna get Ahsoka gonna have a show, and it's like she just murking cats. Mandalorian should continue, and the Book of Boba Fett. I just feel like that's about to be.
And there's going to be more Jedi because the dude she's hunting down is off the Clone Wars show, and then there was
Thrawn. Say his name, Thrawn. Thrawn. Now, funny story. Do y'all remember when they messed up the Game of Thrones ending? They rushed it because those two guys, I think they're brothers, right? Or whoever they are, they were supposed to get their own Star Wars trilogy. Rumor was that guy Thrawn was going to be whatever was out in the Outer Rim. He was going to be their emperor as their main baddie. And it's like, I guess since that didn't happen, they're going to take it a different route. He's going to be the main baddie for Ahsoka and probably some of the Mandalorians.
Because his whole thing on the Clone Wars, he was like mad neutral. He was working with the Empire before, the Empire was super bad or whatever during all point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened to the Mandalorians. The Mandalorians weren't bad. They were bought like mercenaries and conquered. So they had
Well, part of that was because they lost their planet, though.
Yeah, what makes this dude is he's like forever for his people, so he does a lot of dirt. He's okay with it, but as long as his people are straight. But he ends up getting more corrupt the more power he gets.
Hey, real quick though, can we go to the fact that Boba Fett, when he got his pop suit back, was trash, and immediately like that shit was cold again. I was like, oh my god!
It's like he had paint on the ship.
Bruh.
Yeah,
like it was ready. It was right there in the ship. Let's go! I got my shit back. Come on. Hey, this shit had me rolling, but I was like, hey, he's fresh again.
He got back strong.
But now I bring up a point to that, Lewis. I do have a caveat to that. Segue. You remember she pointed out you're talking a lot of mess for a clone. You're not even a real child.
Of course, but we know that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know.
we all
We
know
know
he's
the
playing
movie.
But that's the one. Remember,
But he's the special one.
Yeah, if
I
you
don't
remember,
think
it's
he
the
is
one
a
that
clone.
was.
You remember he said, "I don't want this one to be a clone like the other ones. This one's my
Yeah.
special."
Because
No,
they
you
weren't.
gotta
He
remember.
wasn't aged up. He raised them like a child up.
Yeah, like he actually,
Yeah.
actual, yeah.
If you remember, because I literally when the second season was about to start, I watched them all in order, and I vividly remember when they go to visit the clones being made. They speak on the fact that there was one that he wanted with no change, no nothing.
No
And
enhancements.
he was raising it. Yeah, it was raising it as if it was his own son.
Yeah, like a Mandalorian.
Right.
So he's
really,
still a clone.
If you think
He's
about
still a clone.
it is really his kid.
It is, but he's still a clone.
Aren't all kids?
The one thing she didn't get though.
I don't think he's a clone. I don't think he's a clone.
With the kids are just clones with a dash of somebody else to help out. It's like this little.
Right. You know
I don't think he's a clone.
He is a clone.
He has to be. He's already been.
Watch the. You gotta rewatch the movie, dog. Because
he's a clone. Just with he's a clone with no
clone.
seasoning. Just no seasoning. Just regular clone, no seasoning.
Yeah.
So he is a clone. Like I said, he just didn't age him up. That was the deal he made with that special with the Empire.
The Camino.
The volunteer, but you got to give me my own because the cloning wasn't legal at the time. That was the whole thing with the movies. The Senate trying to pass so they can have clones instead of droids. Yeah.
That Boba Fett coming back, bro. What makes me so mad? This is one of the reasons why when Disney bought Star Wars, some people liked it and I loved it. Was because Disney will go like, hey, we're actually going to make properties. Like there are things we've all wanted that it was like, it just wasn't going to get done, which I found out later apparently was because I didn't know this. When what's your boy's in the make Star Wars? What's his name again?
George Lucas.
George Lucas. Apparently, I didn't know this. So apparently, before he divorced his last wife, not the sister he married to, but before, apparently he could not put pen to pad to anything while being married. Because if he literally wrote a sentence of a script and it was the day before you signed the papers, his wife could get money off it and could take it. So he was like, I'm just not going to write anything. And wait for divorce, and he sold it.
Hey, Lee, why don't you not over away from that light or something a little bit?
That light's bothering me too. I'm going to do this.
There you go.
That's too bright. So apparently, one of the reasons we had a delay on any kind of like new properties outside the prequels was because he literally couldn't create anything. And he was going to divorce her, I think he knew years before, without her like having a hand in it. And he was kind of like, I'm not, listen, no offense, you wouldn't with me shooting in the gym. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. No, like I'm not like, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
All that shit.
Right.
Oh, like,
ain't no way.
So you may make another one by yourself.
Make another hoe.
Look, I ain't going to hold you. Because I was never like Star Wars is okay, but I was never big on it like that, like everybody else. So especially when they used to talk about like Boba Fett, and also he's supposed to be so hard. But watching the old, I was like, he ain't really do nothing spectacular. So it's good.
I'm not gonna lie,
back and like actually show him fighting and like.
I liked Fett, but I only liked him because it was like, oh, cool, a mercenary with guns. It was like that's it. Like, that's it. But the thing is, when people saw it, people were obsessed with Fett, even before books and comics, and I'd be like. My G, I've had as much screen time as him.
Right. I was like, people are off of him, like off the old movie. I remember watching it like when I got older. I was like, let me see what the hype was about.
Yeah, it's like he was cool. You know, he was all silent. I shoot. It was like, but it was like, bro, you wasn't. There's nothing where he was in where he was like the man. It was just like
to be the best bounty hunter. I was like, boo, nigga fell in the pit. Boo.
It was one of those. It was one of those more moments where it was like you had to do your research on Boba Fett and the Mandalorians, and you're like, oh. The Mandalorian.
No. That's what I'm saying. The research is dope. What I'm saying is when you go back to like the late 70s and 80s, pre-books, pre-comics, when this stuff started coming out, he was a popular guy then. And it was like
the hardest toy to find. It was like a collector's item and stuff for a while, right?
And the funny story is him not being a Mandalorian. I didn't know this. Apparently, that wasn't always going to be the case with him.
Yeah.
I think they no one say anything about it. Then one day
I don't know what happened. On my bad.
Oh, that's right. He's not a Mandalorian, and I was like, I thought he was. He was the only one you showed us on screen.
Wasn't going to be the real steel either until like I guess the show started. At first, they weren't going to have him. They was going to have like an off-brand steel, and then they
Mando or Boba?
Boba. Since he wasn't a man, like they were going to say like
they couldn't do it now because after showing that he came from Jango, who was one, you couldn't really do it. You're saying you couldn't really do it then.
Well, the whole thing with Django was like after the war, he got exiled and all this stuff. So they were saying like he had to get other armor because he.
Oh, I see.
So, but yeah, they remixed, just pretty much made everything canon.
Well, yeah, that's why you have canon and you have legends.
Right.
Because some of the stuff in legends that we're not going to get, I was actually looking forward to. So that's why when the sequel trilogies came out, I was like this on it because it was like I looked certain things up. I go, "Ooh, I'd love to see that on screen, that on screen, that on screen." And then what they did was they took bits and pieces from separate timelines and then magic nonsense, and then we're going to make this. Because there was some stuff that we were supposed to see. Like for example, there was supposed to be a guy called Cade Skywalker, who was like better, like more powerful than Luke, like his grandson, but he became a drug addict and a bounty hunter. And like, but he was like, I read the comic like years ago and I said, bro, this is hard because he was literally like an anti-hero who like came back to do the right thing. He was so powerful that he could literally make the midichlorians and bring you back to life. He did it as an accident as a teenager. It was an accident. That's how strong he was. And the drugs kept him like mellow. That's kind of like the Professor X-Men movies. You take the drug, I can't use my psychic power. Like it was like it kept him low. And I was like,
now too. That was trash. Okay.
So I wanted to see Cade, and then when I realized I was never going to see Cade, I said, "Oh, we're not going to see my G." I was hoping.
I mean, hell, I would love to see a Star Killer. I mean,
bro, don't get me started on Star Killer. I wish we could get some kind of Star Killer property. He was a boss. I liked him.
As far as like the movies and anything else goes, besides games and stuff like that, this is by far like my favorite Star Wars thing.
I think Disney did a good job revitalizing Star Wars. Even with their attempts at the movies, they set themselves up for TV shows, which is probably what they were doing along. Is setting themselves up for the long run.
And they'll keep the subscribers up. They'll keep them with subscribers if they keep making shows out like that. Because especially now,
I personally hate the new movies as much as everybody else. I think we knew what they were going into them. Everybody should have known.
Actually, the first one had so much potential, then it just
went. No, that's where the anger came in. When you watch the first one, you go, "Oh, it's just like the originals." Cool. Then the second one came
like that, but I was like, it's like the first Mission Impossible. Like this is just to set everything up. Then the action stuff is coming later.
Exactly. This is the problem with the second one though, and I have the director that took over because mind you, people keep forgetting. That middle director was somebody different. That's why the movie hated so much. This is the problem. Just imagine, let's say it's not Star Wars. Imagine you talk to a guy who was a literal Nazi hunter, right? Just imagine this. And then they go, "Hey man, we need your expertise to kill literal Nazis." And someone goes, "Oh man, their view's just different. I shouldn't be the one in charge." I was like, why did you make Luke a soft batch weakling? Like Luke went from being literally like the main Nazi killer to, "Oh no, man, I shouldn't be the one in charge. It's my opinion shouldn't be the one that runs it." No. This isn't about opinions. They're literally killing and enslaving. No, it's not just a difference of opinion.
My whole thing,
not the same thing.
Everybody's character development was totally erased from the first movie and the second movie.
Yes.
So everybody you thought was the arc and stuff, and like Finn like touching the lightsaber, him being like some type of force, they do all that. It was like, oh, forget all that.
That was the problem. It was like they started stuff and went, nah.
Yeah, that girl that possibly might be Luke's daughter or something like that. She might be in love with her cousin somehow or something.
No, she handed the saber. The movie started. He was like, I'm like, wait. All that dramatic camera spinning around him, credits, and then he just grabs him and throws it.
That part I could have been cool with, like his whole thing.
It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny, but then they kind of made him look, edit me out. They kind of made him kind of made.
But the whole thing with him not being there when Solo got killed and all that other stuff, like when I remember him having a speech talking about how the movie they didn't talk to them, like how they originally sold him the script.
That was what was his name? I think it's Ryan Johnson was his name, right?
Yeah.
That was the problem. Apparently, and we were lied to. I forgot what that girl's name was. Was it Kathleen Kennedy? Something like that? Apparently, Luke had notes and was like, "Hey, try to go off this. This might be the best way to progress it." And
you mean Mark Hamill? Like when you
Mark Hamill, he called him Luke.
Actor, Mark yeah. Hold
on,
Luke.
Sorry, I
was like, hold on, what?
Look, I really meant George Lucas. That's what I really meant.
Oh,
apparently he had notes.
He did.
But this just came out like this year.
Yeah, I read the whole little thing you're talking about.
And they were like, nah, screw that. I'm like, hey, bro, his mind is created multi-billion. You might want to at least listen, right? Like this, like.
No, they bought that shut up and go enjoy your money. That's what
Yeah,
they
but my
told
thing
me.
is, but imagine you got the golden egg and the goose, nigga. Use them both, like
I don't disagree at all.
like use
That's
them
like,
both.
that's like somebody buying Jordans. It was like, nah, we want him doing layups now. It was like, what about the jump? Nah, he's doing this.
It's like you have what you need to make lots of money, and then you have people like John Favreau and all those quality Marvel. It was like, nah, we're gonna use this guy named Ryan. It was like Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson can square up. Listen, it was like you took one of the greatest heroes in American-made cinema and was like, I cut myself off from the forest, and I'm not going to use a laser sword to hurt people. I'm like, can you go kill space Nazis, please, so they can stop killing everybody else?
Talk about how he just like telepathed his way across the universe, still flying over there just to disappear. It was like, this is my
like, right? It was like sunset, close. It was like, oh, that was not dramatic at all.
Trash.
Also, did y'all pay attention when the second one ended? They kept throwing hints that things were going to come, and then those hints went away. Remember the little boy in the slave planet who like drew the broom to him, or the fact that on the ship Rey had taken all the Jedi books.
Hold on, here's my question though.
Like, what happened to all that storyline stuff?
Griff just talked about how, and I think Shogun said how they put huge gaps of time in a lot of stuff they do.
Yeah.
There's still gaps in times within these new movies.
Yeah, and I think that's what the shows are going to do, trying to fill up.
Yeah, I think
so,
I
yeah.
do think that
That
like
would be dope.
you just said it. I think a lot of that was set up. Like, all right, we're gonna launch Disney. I think they knew all of this. They had
30 years to play with.
Yeah, like they had an idea going in. All right, we're about to launch Disney Plus too. We set these movies up the right way. We got shows for days.
But you could have set them up better.
But the trashiest thing in the world, where I was like, all right, I'm done with this stuff. When Princess Leia turned into Superman, died and flew back to the ship.
She had a clean hero's death. Like it was such a clean hero's death. Went out in a blaze of glory. Come back just down to bed the next movie. Like you,
like she flying.
It was. We never get to see you use Jedi powers. We never get to see her use them. She finally uses them.
But she was supposed to get trained and stuff like that. But I was like, okay, cool. But I was like, you were out there for a good 10 minutes out in
it was
space.
a grip, bro.
You're dead.
It was
Yeah, but no, ain't it? Didn't it have something to do with
magic, Mandalorian?
The midichlorians? It had something to do with that, right?
Force,
nah, you still dead, dog. If
You
they
still dead?
can get stabbed and die.
No, because she was out. No, because she was out of it. It wasn't like she was like, oh, I'm currently flying in space. Let me stop. No, it was like, I should be frozen in something.
Hold on, speaking of shit like that. So this last episode on Mando, when he opens the fucking the hatch and they all fucking get sucked out, I'm not even thinking that that's about to happen. I'm like, oh shit, that makes sense. Okay. But then when they fly back, when they fly back, I'm like, oh shit, that does make sense. That was worthless like a.
But I love that they did that. It wasn't an ass pull. It was like that actually made perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the moment it made sense.
Android,
for them to do it. Yeah.
They droids. Did anybody find it funny the droids they was ready to throw hands so quick?
Dog, when he was giving them the helmet, I was like,
I ain't gonna stun. I thought I was watching real
Hey,
Steel
bro,
for a moment.
Them pulled the gun out on that, started blasting at that helmet. He didn't care. That droid, that one-on-one droid fight was like, hey, nigga, you getting this work,
bro? They put they put the deuce up. I said, I didn't think the droid was gonna put the deuce up.
Right, pick him up by his leg, wait for him to get up.
Bing, 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 bing.
Bing, nigga, bing, bing. Then they put the guns down and started just banging the door out.
Right, it was like nah.
No, hey, no. They caught when the one caught him up against the wall and just yamming on the helmet, bro. I was dying.
It's like you might have armor, but you gonna feel all this. You gonna feel every piece of this.
Hey, here's the realest question: does the Mandalorian helmet not have a chin strap? No, how does it not popping off?
Oh no!
Suction fit, bro. Them helmets be huge as hell. When they was fighting in the bar, when Boba Fett and old girl's apprentice was fighting in the bar, the helmets was all the thing. I was like, God damn, them helmets is huge.
That's Sasha Banks, right? The wrestler, that's Sasha Banks, ain't it?
Buttons in them and stuff like
I have no idea.
I thought that was the light skinned girl. That's Sasha Banks, ain't it? The wrestler?
I don't know.
No, I'm dead serious. I think that's Sasha Banks.
She's an actress. She was in something else. We got,
Bruh.
but
Are you telling me that's because I really thought someone said was Sasha Banks in The Mandalorian?
Sasha Banks is tiny. That girl's not that tiny.
Reigning WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks appeared today once again.
Mercedes Renata Rojas, Koska Reeves. Yep, that is Sasha Banks.
You serious?
Shout out Siri or Google, whoever that was.
Google.
So
No, I
his sidekick, the one that was always around.
No, the two girls. The two girls.
Oh,
The two royals.
I thought you was talking about.
You talking about the daughter? You talking about the daughter?
The two that are like they're from Mandalorian.
Yeah, I
thought
that's
Mandalore. I imagine
about
she's like her
Boba Fett.
handmaid. I
Yeah, like,
imagine
she was
like
daughter.
her handmaid.
Yeah, the one that fought Boba Fett and called him a clone.
Hey, bro, what's up? When she's pulling Boba Fett with one hand, I was like,
Yo, though, did you see his reaction though?
he was
Did
like,
you see his? Oh shit! Okay, now I gotta
He
go
was like,
hard.
he was like fire. He said, "Yo, God." He was like, "No,
The only thing that shoots some bell is like they are technically aliens, so we don't know strength or whatever.
bro, no." But my G, she had one hand. Or was it Nutty Professor? One hand on you. She didn't even try to. Nah, just I got you. He said, "Fire." Nope.
Hey, though, can we talk about Moff Gideon through this whole season? Just
He's a
having
villain.
little,
Amazing
but
villain. He always
having
plays an
perfect.
amazing
They did perfect putting him where they did throughout the story. I mean, it was beautiful. He killed those scenes. It was great.
He's
And
always cruel.
this last episode with him, that fight scene was.
No, the most hilarious thing when he told the gun to just straight up shot up your girl and then was gonna kill Grogu.
Oh yeah.
Then he was gonna kill him, so he was like, you know what? He's like, y'all ain't getting no info.
I will say this: when I realized why he fought Mando,
Yeah,
and then he said, "Here you go."
Yeah,
And he said, "She can't take it." I was like,
It was perfect, bro. That's
He
what
wanted no,
he-
because he's like, I'm outnumbered. All my troops is gone. Might as well throw a little something in there. Real
Yeah,
quick.
she don't get. He still wins in my opinion.
When they send him to
And the thing-
and stuff.
And the thing is, she can't lie because it's in front of witnesses. Like,
Yeah.
even if he said, "I'm just gonna give it to you," they're gonna ask the light skinned girl, or they're gonna ask the sniper or whoever, be like, "Hey, did she win that off top?"
But that's not a tradition because it was passed down by her father, gave it to her. Like, oh, sorry, you. But on Clone Wars, like it was passed down. Then it
But I believe if it's taken, I believe it has to be taken back. I think that's where the difference is. I can give
Whoever
it to my
is
people.
the champion claims the sword and claims the throne. And control.
Yeah. So my thing is, I can pass to my.
So
my
yeah, if
fam,
nobody challenges you or beats you, you can probably pass it down to whoever.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what
to
I
your
would
family.
say.
Yeah.
So she could have accepted it from Mando because he's the one that beat her. Because she could have said he could have passed it on.
Yeah. Remember, she wants to take over Mandalore, so she
wants
knows
that
I
Lord,
have.
like I'm the ultimate.
I have to.
Yeah.
Because if they go, Mando, give it back to you. People gonna look at them and be like, "Hey, Mando, you want to lead it?" Like that's how they roll.
But they're the only three men. He was like, nobody. I ain't gonna say nothing. And her sidekick ain't gonna say. Sasha Banks ain't gonna snitch on her.
Hey, she loyal. She loyal.
Right.
But
That was a
she got that.
She let him.
The thing is, she's basically Vegeta.
Yep.
She's basically Vegeta. So it's like she's like, "Nah, I gotta beat you.
Yeah.
You gotta see me, so I can have this." He's like, "I healed here." He's like, "Nah, I healed. Here you go."
He said, "Please take it."
I know he said, "Please." Like he's like, I'm tired. Like I don't want to do this no more.
I just want to go home and go to sleep.
Right.
My mission is done.
He said,
I got what I need.
She's like, no.
What is it? Hold
I
on. What is it when you lose a game? I mean, I killed my man's though, but I killed my man.
Hey, the more we talking about this, the more I feel like it's gonna be a mix of what Griff was saying and what I was saying. I really think he doesn't have anything left.
Nah.
He's
So he's gonna go. I
War.
really think he's gonna go back to old girl. They gonna fast forward it a little bit, and they gonna need him again in season 3.
Maybe.
I just
that would work if they put him to the planet, fast forward it, and then she comes back years later. Like, listen, we trying to take Mandalore.
I'm going to tell you why all of that is a fallacy right now. Because he made a solemn oath that he will help take back Mandalore because she helped them in the bar.
He
That
did
was the
say
pact
that.
that they
He
made.
said he'd help her get the
As soon as
saber.
we're
No,
done,
it's for the
Yeah,
ship.
no.
It's for the ship.
Yeah,
That's for
yeah.
the ship.
It was never for Mandalore. It was
Yeah, he
for
said I'll
it
do
was
whatever
for,
he said. You can have the. He said you can have the saber. Whatever.
Saber, the ship. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
like,
I don't care what you take
Yeah.
afterwards. I'm just here for the kid.
but I will say,
I'll give it
but
to
based on what they're saying, Tatum, is that's the best way you could do a large time skip and it not be just stupid. If it goes back to the
He-
old chick, or even if people with Gina to run that little city, either way, he could be somewhere chilling.
Yeah, somewhere he
Mandalorians-
settles down lightweight and has like
Yes.
a normal life,
And
living,
the Mandalorians
and
come
then they
and be
have
like,
to
hey, we
call
need
him
you.
back.
Like,
Yeah,
we need you.
hey,
We losing. You got skills. People know you're legend.
and you can. It's easier to age a motherfucker than it is to de-age him, as we've seen in the last couple of movies of shit
But see,
that's
keep the helmet
tragic.
on again. Put the helmet on again. They can like really. We might have to see the CG, but every now and again, just keep the helmet on and voice act.
That's what I'm saying. You won't have to age him that often. Just every
wouldn't be that
couple shots,
that's
every
true.
few shots that they do. So it
That'd be
would.
mad easy, honestly.
Hey, that would be a code. I don't know though.
How many years? How many years do you think reasonably though?
Put that stuff on his face, so he got like.
But reasonably,
25?
how many years? See, he looked like he's like 40 already though.
Yeah, he about.
Yeah, but look at go back to the originals. The original set of movies. Look at what's your name? Now I can't think of his goddamn name.
Obi-Wan and stuff like that.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was
60s,
old as
70s.
shit.
He
and
was
still
old
and still
Yeah,
getting.
was
because he was
OG.
Darth Vader's.
So
Yeah, he was the OG.
So you saying Mando's only like 65? Look at Boba Fett. Boba Fett got to be in his 60s. Fat
Right.
and old as shit and still getting it.
And he's not looking like Larry Holmes flat being sick. He's not.
So
Hey,
you know
y'all
what I'm
gonna
saying?
quit
25.
riding my nigga Boba Fett. He about to have a glow up. This nigga about to
Hey,
take,
the
take
book
on
of
the rating
Boba,
in his book.
if he's just on some straight gangster, I'm killing all y'all, taking all this. I'm trying to see.
I think he's
I'm
gonna
trying to
run
see
that
that.
little sand plant where Jabba the Fett.
Yeah.
He took over that whole. He's gonna take.
What's his
over the
name?
whole
What's his name? Griff, say the name again. You said Jabba the Fett.
Jabba the Fett. Jabba the Hutt, nigga.
Jabba the Hutt. What was his son's name?
Nigga, you drunk?
Jabba the Hutt. I don't know.
Or is Jabba the son? What was the dad's name?
Nigga, Jabba is the large slug. Nigga,
Yeah,
that's
I didn't know he had a
Jabba,
kid
Jabba.
or he was.
Yeah,
the son.
yeah.
I thought
Oh,
he
I'm
was
thinking.
it.
You know, the first prequels they had like a dad. Then Jabba was the son that came up in the old movies.
I don't even remember.
Oh, you talking about when
I hate them.
When
Are you
they
talking
go
about the
into-
Lando and origins of what's his name?
I'm talking about like. the first, like,
he's
attack
talking you.
and stuff.
No, he's talking about the original, like what would
The
be the
prequel movie.
episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, the trash.
He's talking about when they meet the Goofy mother. What's his name? Now I can't think of it. With the ears.
Oh, you talking about?
Oh no, not when they went to his home little village way under the water, but they did meet.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you was
It
talking
was a
about.
little cameo. It wasn't a long scene.
Jar Jar Binks. You're talking about Jar Jar.
Yeah, Jar Jar
know.
Binks. That's
Are y'all
something I
talking
want to
about Jar
see
Jar?
still to this day, bro. I want to see Jar Jar movie
No,
or
have you
a
heard?
show
I
on
know you've
Jar
heard the
Jar.
rumors. Y'all
Yeah,
heard the
the
rumors,
original.
right?
Because he's a
Jar
Jar's
Jedi
a Sith
supposedly,
Lord.
right?
He's supposed to be
Oh,
like an
Jar Jar's a
undercover,
Sith Lord.
super strong force user. Because they said when you watch the movies, even what's in the movies,
It's like
he
the
should be
drunken,
doing backflips and jumping across laser fire with no.
what was
It's
that
like
shit called?
Wait, what?
The drunken whatever style.
almost like a drunken monkey. Yeah, like he fought like a drunken fist. Like drunken fist. Yeah, drunken fist. Like he fought like that. Was jumping around. You're like, first of all, I don't care if you're goofy or not. You dodging laser fire easily.
Yeah.
This nigga took down the whole droid army by himself, other than the tower in space.
And he laughed the whole time. That's crazy. What happened? It's like
If that was
Did
the
you-
twist in the original, I would have saved the whole first 3 movies. If he was like the secret Sith Lord. And
I would say a secret, not the secret. I would say
That's
a
what I'm
secret.
saying. Like,
That would've
man,
been-
they got.
like if he was.
They got
Because he
so
didn't
much.
have malicious intent, but he was there for all the chaos and mayhem.
But I
And
heard there's like a comic or a book where there's like a little quick mention.
well,
like,
you remember
apparently
he persuades Anakin's thoughts as a younger kid.
Well, that
Jar
was
Jar did?
George Lucas.
Nah, not really.
No, he does. When he starts messing with Princess Amidala or Amidala, however I want to say it, he was always in his ear talking about, hey, you should go be you. Love. Do what you do. Do what you want.
Why
Who
you
would be
making
that?
No. Why you?
Hey, man,
Was-
Jar Jar's one of my
Oh,
niggas
you
for real.
about
This
it.
Was
nigga
Jar-
literally took down 2 Imperial Royal Guards, a tank by himself.
Perfect.
I gotta go back and watch this now.
He
Just
made
keep
everything
talking.
seem like an accident, but he was actually.
I know. It's like, oh no, that was crazy. Time to just right to laser hit each other. It's like, I'm funny. I'll kill all y'all, which I don't know.
I'll kill all of y'all.
Which I don't know.
Well, he
I don't know.
was in the third movie, right?
Yeah, he
At
was.
some point, was Jerry? Was he in that movie?
He was in there for a couple of episodes, like a couple of
You just watched it
cameo
recently.
spots when he was because he's at that point he's
He
with
becomes an ambassador,
Princess
right?
Amidala. Yeah,
He has
he's
rank.
with Princess Amidala, and
He
he's
has
like her
rank.
right hand. Yeah, he's like her right hand man.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
And if you think about it, he had rank
In the
within
third,
court,
in episode 3, he's
because
in that.
when they go to get the army to unite the planet, Jar Jar's the reason that happens because he had rank
Yeah,
within the
he
court.
was. Yeah, he was something even in his own people. He was something for them.
They gave him
But
like,
he was like, hey, we had to kick him out because he kept up drunken style or doing dumb shit.
Nah, he owed old dude his life and shit. Or something. They was trying to kill him. He ran. He didn't get
exiled originally, but later on, like what's her name? Whatever to mess with Darth Vader or whatever, she pretty much gave him.
Princess Amidala.
Yeah, she gave him the title, so he was representing their planet basically.
Yeah, so he became like rep. Jar Jar Binks is that guy where you're like, hey man, y'all see that guy? He talking reckless. How come don't nobody swing on him? It's like, no, you don't want to.
You don't want to.
Jar Jar had hands.
They exiled him, but they were scared of every time when he came.
Jar Jar's that guy where damn, my stuff just froze.
You good?
Hey, y'all still there?
He's a damn.
But see, to me, were they afraid of him because he was powerful, or were they afraid they didn't realize he was powerful and they thought he was just
I think they
you
realized.
know what I'm saying?
I think back in those old movies, they were going off like the original twist at the end. Then they were like, you know what? Forget this twist. We got the Emperor and all this other stuff. Let's not make it complicated.
Jar Jar's that guy where it's like this. You ever talk to someone who's like a boxer or MMA, he probably knows something about boxer or a UFC fighter, and they'll be like, that person can fight. All the regular people be like, that nigga look weak. Other fighters will be like, no, don't fuck with Jar Jar. You don't want to.
Yeah, I mean that's true too.
I feel like they can tell.
From that.
You see what I'm saying? Like they could tell. Because you see some people the way they like the move, you'll be like, you trained. Regular people be like, he look weak to me. It's like, no, don't mess with Jar Jar.
All right. Final thoughts though. Oh, yeah.
I just want to see the Ashoka. I want to see the Book of Boba and the next Mandalorian season. I want all that, son.
I'm kind of upset that they told us when the Book of Boba was coming, because now I gotta wait a whole year, and that's crucial, bro. Man, that's crucial. That hurts.
It is a year.
But I'm with it. I understand. It was probably due to Rona. You know, no, Rona is probably coming mid next year.
Yeah.
June, July of next year.
So they're probably doing Ahsoka, then they're gonna do Boba.
That might be what it is, maybe.
Yeah.
I bet. I don't know. I don't want to have to wait forever for new shit.
They don't want to have the Star Wars and they got the Marvel because they fully loaded. That's fully loaded clip right there.
Hey, no, they loaded click. Yeah,
they're doing a lot.
Oh yeah.
Plus, they're realizing that the movie scene will not recover soon. So get your streaming numbers up.
Yeah.
I think that's what they messed with Mulan. They should have just put it in the clip and held it. They shouldn't even. I think they should have released it.
Or just put it out regular stream price instead of that stupid $30 thing. That was so.
Yeah, that was.
That was too much. Yeah, it was too much. Because my thing is, when I pay $30 for me in a day, I'm going for a movie theater, not my TV at the crib.
Yeah, just do the $9.99 rental like everybody else.
$10.
That would have worked.
$10, bro.
Yeah, $10 on Vudu on all platforms.
On all platforms, and keep it at 10 for a long time.
Yep.
Because I can deal with 10.
That. I know that ain't what we talking about, but
I heard a mixed bag. I heard some people like this. People thought it was kind of.
It was an action movie. It was a non-stop action movie.
Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger type with Mulan.
Yeah, it was just action. It was great.
I think
in my opinion for that.
They were looking for the songs and stuff when they thought, and I was like,
exactly.
See, but they told us this a long time ago, so I knew it wasn't gonna be there. See, I wasn't worried about that. I knew.
Yeah.
People don't pay
me personally, I wasn't against the movie. I don't watch none of Disney's live action. Like I don't watch none of Disney's live action movies.
What?
No, only one I saw I think was The Jungle Book because it was on Netflix like 2 years ago. Other than that, I ain't watched none. I ain't watched Lion King. I ain't watched Aladdin. I ain't watched Mulan. I ain't watched Beauty and the Beast. I ain't watched Dumbo. I've watched no live actions.
I watched Mulan and The Jungle Book. That's it. I don't.
And only like I said, Jungle Book, because it was on Netflix like 2 years ago. And I
Are
was
y'all
bored.
kidding
There's
me?
like 4 Jungle Books.
Y'all
It's
is
a lot
wild,
of-
and I need new friends.
Look, and I love Disney. Mind you, I love Disney movies, but I don't go to Disney for live action movies, so I didn't care that much.
Will
Y'all are
Smith
missing out. Bro, don't
Aladdin?
do that.
No,
Don't
no.
do that. Don't do that.
No, it's just I just don't go for that.
Don't use that movie, Tatum, as your go-to for.
'Cause I heard Aladdin was dope. I heard Aladdin was dope.
That movie. I love that movie.
I heard Aladdin was dope. But I also heard Aladdin was the best one of all of them.
No, that's
what I
not
heard.
true. It's good. However, all you think about the whole time you're watching it is Robin Williams.
Rest in peace to the guy. Yeah, that's
exactly.
what I heard.
So
but I heard Will made it his
for
own.
that alone, he does. But for that alone, no, I'm good there.
Yeah,
it's not my favorite one, bar none. Not even close.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was going to watch Lion King. I'm gonna tell you what messed me up. I was on YouTube looking up like scenes, and the "Be Prepared" came up, and I realized not only was it not a song, he was just walking and talking, and I was like, I hated the
Same
scene.
thing they did with Jungle Book when King Louis came out, and that's my favorite song of Jungle. When King Louis comes out, I was like, "What is
Yeah,
rapping?"
but I still enjoyed both of those.
Yeah, it was.
I said it
was a good movie, but my favorite part is King Louis song in that song.
King Louis song was hard, dog.
Yeah, it was no doubt.
Talk like you.
Yeah,
so it's
shit. But yeah, y'all got to catch up on those because y'all slipping. There's some gems in there. There's some gems.
Look, I got the service.
But hey, can we state that? Yeah, Jungle Book, as good as it was, guess who had his hand in that one as well?
Mike.
Yeah.
No, John. Good old Favreau. He's saving Disney's ass.
Bringing back like
Favreau's a boss. He's a boss.
He's saving them on so many fronts.
Favreau, but he know what he's doing.
Basically, he brought us good Marvel movies.
Well, see, Favreau's a fan. That's what happens when you actually hire a talented fan to actually work on the properties.
Instead of people better than the property, it's like, nah, I don't care about your source material. Let me figure it out.
That's the problem, because when Kathleen Kelly, and I didn't know she said that, Kathleen Kennedy, she literally said, the problem with Star Wars is there's no source material. And it was like, you said that out loud in public. Do you understand? No, do you understand when you go to a bookstore, you go to the sci-fi section, there's a Star Wars only book section in every bookstore you go to. And it's like, that's just the books, let alone the comics and the games. I'm like, well, who lets you say that in public and record it?
My thing, and I know enough about it. It's like,
fam, you can Wikipedia.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that though. You can be a fan of it like I am or like Griff is and not be as worried about it. Because I didn't know there was source material until you just said that.
What about the books?
Only source material I got is the movies and the shows.
This is different. This is different. So you're not in charge of making movies and TV shows, though.
Yeah,
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like she said that. Like you said that on TV.
I get it from that, but from that perspective. But my point is, most people don't know that in general, anyways.
Which is fine.
I would say, and that's fine with me. And that's fine with me.
But if that's the case, then that means
you're going to be the new owner of the Patriots. I'm pretty sure you're going to start picking up a football playbook and start figuring out.
Yeah, now that's true. That's
different. The problem is
she should have corrected herself after the
fact.
Right?
Yeah, you started researching.
Because the thing is, if she would have said this before everything started, it would have been like, excuse me, because the first movie was pretty good. People kind of was like, we don't care. Then it was like, wait, what are you doing to Luke? Why is Luke weak now?
Stop, leave him alone. He's had
it wasn't that he was weak. He cut himself off from the Force.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he did it in a way that didn't make any sense. Like I said, it's literally like if Nazis invade and the best Nazi killer goes, they have a different opinion.
Well, no, technically it's explained, isn't it?
No, he literally says.
It's explained because of his nephew. His nephew did what his nephew did, and he did what he did to his nephew about almost killing him.
I will say this: their points of view from different points. That actually was a good storyline point.
That's
how they both saw that night. I did like that, but the problem is your nephew was already wildly off. He was already off. Like, what's Kylo Ren's real name? Ben Solo.
Ben Solo.
Ben Solo was already off, so it wasn't like you went in there and your nephew was straight. He wasn't like he was all right. He was already off. So
Yeah,
like,
but he felt like it was his fault that he did that because of that night.
It wasn't that. He could have been say like he was on teetering.
Yeah. And I get that. But then the problem is now the Nazis are back. Can you please go kill the Nazis that are going to kill all of us?
No, because you've cut yourself off. You don't even care about that no more.
Then why don't you go help? He wasn't even going to go help, bro.
Because he didn't care about it no more.
He didn't care anymore.
Nigga, they came to him and let him know what it was. Care about your sister, my
Ray
guy?
did come to him, and Ray stayed. Ray kept coming to the. Said, "Hey, bro, you gonna help me? What you talking about?"
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they made him kind of like it was like he was hesitant. But I'm like, bro, it's like if you could stop a nuke from going off. I mean, I feel like you would do that. Like, it shouldn't take.
Looking for logic in an illogical like the whole writing in it didn't make any sense.
Oh, that's my fault. You're right. It didn't make sense. You're right. It doesn't make sense.
Somebody posted on Facebook the other day that in 2 seasons with Mando, they did what they didn't do with the 3 movies.
Right.
And I get it, but I also disagree. If you go into those movies, looking back at them, if you go watch those 3 movies again, you can, and you just sit back and take them in, they're a lot better than trying to highly criticize. You can make sense of it all if you just take it in and don't try to criticize every little.
That's trash.
Okay, now Lewis, I'll give you the Lewis, I will give you this.
He said
only,
it's
only about
trash.
half. No, about half the point. Because I was talking to other fans who were casual and deep fans, and this is the problem. Don't establish like lore and information. Okay, movie 2. We're going to fly across the galaxy, land on the casino planet, get arrested, lead a rebellion, and fly back. That's at least a weekend. I believe in the show it's 2 hours, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense.
I mean, I give you that. Some of the shit doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it was just like first movie, we're setting the banner, all right, leaving stuff open so we can build off it. Second one is like, forget all that, new stuff going on, possible love story. Third movie is like, our bad, fanfare.
Also, they wasted Captain Phasma, and I was looking forward to her being kind of hard.
Yeah, let's bring back Palpatine. Remember him, guys? Haha.
I honestly would have rather had been a new like Sith Lord in the shadows. I didn't have to be him.
They would explain Snoke more. It was like, all right, who's this? How this name?
Oh, he was a clone, but he wasn't a clone of Palpatine. So a clone of who?
Yeah, and they killed him. I think they're explaining that more in Mando and like them taking DNA and.
But that goes back to the point: did they make those movies with the knowledge that they're doing the shows?
They're cleaning up their mess. Basically.
That's what
I think they're cleaning it up.
I think once
George
all
Lucas
is said
probably
and
didn't
done,
think Star Wars was going to go this far, so he probably was like, give me what I want. This is what I like. Wrap it up.
I hate my team.
After the first prequel movie, it's like the first, it's like the biggest or second biggest IP in the world, right?
Yeah, it's up there. Oh my God, it's up there. Yeah, multi-billion.
It's top 2, 1 or 2. So they know they can milk it. That's why I'm saying I think they're just now being convinced to start using like the cartoon shows and all that stuff.
And they got a whole new generation of nerds.
But though, could Lucas not put anything out outside of just the wife issue have been the hate that he got for the prequels?
This is the thing though, and this is an issue I have with a lot of people. Man, I got a lot of backlash for the prequels. Yeah, how much money did you make again? Like, I'm not trying to be funny, and I don't want to like make people's feelings be diminished. But if I read, let's say, 10,000 bad comments, but I made a billion, it's like these don't balance. This is not balanced. Oh, a few bad comments, I made a billion.
It was more than a few bad comments.
He still has a piece.
No, I get what you're saying, but my thing is not what is making a billion, and then the DVDs and Blu-ray sold. It's like this needs to trump this. This should go over this. If I get online hate today, I put something out, I get online hate, but I literally break YouTube records. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. But that's just me.
I didn't know we knew so much about Star Wars, but this is way past Mandalorian. So let's wrap.
Oh yeah, it got deep. Oh no,
like, subscribe. Appreciate you. Spoiler heavy. There's gonna be in the title, so we won't hear no whining.
None. Zero whining. Damn it.
Oh my God. Can I say? I want your opinion before we go. Is something a spoiler? I want y'all's opinion. If it happened in books, comics, and TV, and then when a movie comes out, it's like, oh, that thing that happened 15 years ago happened in the movie. Is that the same as a regular spoiler in your opinion?
Yeah, because there'd be people pull out books. A lot of movies they pull out books. She was like, I ain't never heard of this.
I'll give that to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to you. All right.
So yeah, that would be a spoiler.
Niggas just want to shut niggas. This shut up, niggas been out since the 20th century. Like,
No. This is different. This show is not based on nothing that exists. Like, no, that's different. This is all like new. It's all new.
yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't jump again for this. This ain't like Game of Thrones. The book's 20 years old. This ain't like that.
Hey, y'all be safe.
Yep, be good.
Yeah.
This is